Hello, my family. Welcome to Sherrick's Broadcast Network, the place where we bring Africa live to whosoever you there around the globe. Of course, this is very unusual. Today on Monday, usually we can broadcast over the weekend, starting from Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. One of those days, now we broadcast days. But today on Monday, we bring this exclusive broadcast to now because now a recorded broadcast will bring come to now waiting the Sierra Leone People's Party be engaged in Dallas, Texas, in the United States. And we talk about the Sierra Leone People's Party North America region. That we get the 2017 annual mini convention right there in the Big D, Dallas, Texas. And of course, we know say plenty of will not be getting opportunity for watch that broadcasting because we they encounter problems with the internet connection, which we don't correct now. And so we get for bring that, broadcast back to Una. Thank God we get the recorded version of it and we're able for Brian come back to Una. So that's not the main effort way we will try for engage yourself in right about this time. Because we feel say it's necessary moving forward. Because what we don't see inside the SLPP now a very swift turn. We're in a party where we don't know for all the internal wahala, the internal fet, the internal disunity problems here and there. But in the past almost 1 month now ago, this party don't make a very big U-turn. And wherein all man they behave now in a very peaceful, cordial, peaceful way. Now that's not the the way that they behave now. And so all man they wonder as to how they're able to play the magic. But plenty people be understand say where at least it will come to a point where the SLPP as a political party, when at the main opposition political party in Sierra Leone go reach this point where they all go come back together. So today we get for bring come back to that recorded version of the entire coverage we'll do now the SLPP North America mini convention will take place in Dallas on Saturday, October 21st, 2017, and then going all the way to Sunday, yesterday. Now yesterday finished, and so with the brand come back to Una. So Una stick around as Una see this broadcast coming, right? Stick around with us. Right, and so me fun with them, we get for bring this recorded version of the coverage what we'll do in Dallas, Texas, of course, over the weekend, starting from Friday, October 20th, 2017, going all the way to Sunday, October 22nd. And so the SLPP, one of the main opposition political party in Sierra Leone, the North America region, where then they call the fifth region, being get then annual mini convention inside Dallas, Texas. Of course, we'll be encounter some problem with the internet connection at the location also been there. So the broadcast not been smooth, like how we can actually broadcast with smooth, like what you can see right now. And so now that don't give you the urge for let we able for rebroadcast that very coverage what we'll do. And at that we get for bring come to now today from the Big D, Dallas, right? And of course, I get for dinner I have for monitor the broadcast as well. Of course, as always, me now una man, Ibrahim Sharif, and I get for day around. So one for me stick around as you see this broadcast live from the Big D. All right? Thank you. All right, my family, sorry about that. The microphone video off. Well, welcome to Sherrick's Broadcast Network, the place where we bring Africa live to whosoever you day around the globe. Of course, today we come to una live from the Big D, Dallas, Texas. Of course, we can also for exclusively cover the Sierra Leone People's Party North America annual mini convention where then they pan right now na the all we day. And of course, plenty things then they will go for can show and I also for let una go see waiting the happen. Of course, it look like say the SLPP, one of the main opposition Sierra Leone People's Party na Sierra Leone, don't finally ready for take over the reins of governance na Sierra Leone. And so now that then get for display now also today. Of course, until you know say SLPP North American are the economic backbone of the country, of SLPP as a political party. And so today, then get for Sidona, they are combining here, for me then talk about how they go able for reorganize the party and for make sure say the party able for win election and take State House back. So now that's get for happen also today. So today we get for talk to plenty people and also, people then we are delegates, then we don't converge on Dallas from various parts of United States and of course different states. Of course now they would call chapters. So now that we get for do today. Of course, I get forget me co-host now. So today when Anne-Marie Williams, of course, now part of Sherrick's Broadcast Network. Of course, he get for work with me now. So today, and so me family the one for me when I sit tight as we continue for bring you the program live from Dallas, Texas right now. I see the arena in the background. All right, and so my family, just like how we don't talk. Okay, today at the studio, I day with no other person but Anne-Marie Williams, of course, a product of Sierra Leone, of course, a very dedicated member of Sierra Leone People's Party. Now, Inge for day with me today at the studio. But right now, you're not able for see them, but you go hear your voice. Anne-Marie, you want to say something to family them?
Yeah, I just want to meet family them long day I do. Today is a big day for Winner Dallas. Because with the SLPP them, we're already formidable as ever before. Looking at the situation of the country, we'd already say, you know what, at this time, no going back. So we all don't come converge in Dallas today. We try for showcase to APC say yes, we are ready and we're gonna go down for it.
Right. So, my family, that's now Anne-Marie Williams for short. Of course, like how we broadcast to today, when I get for the hear some noise in the background, because we right inside the hall na Dallas, one of the best halls. Of course, we just want for let one know say SLPP as a political party don't finally ready for take over the reins of governance in Sierra Leone. And so now this thing they can do right now. So we get for bring you show you some of the delegates there. We get for show you other things there. But for now, we just want for me to sit tight as we continue for bringing the program. All right, stick around with us.
Che, Adebego, these days, stop talking. Some people talk too much. Il parle trop. You talk too much. Beaucoup. Achu yandi nong achu selalang alama wela. Ita bonang inde a andalang. Ita bagolang naniyo. Ide talk oh. Ide lie oh. People talk oh. Them lie oh. Ide talk oh. Ide lie oh. People talk oh. Them lie oh. Achu yandi nong achu selalang alama wela. Ita bonang inde a andalang. Ita bagolang nani. Achu yandi nong achu selalang alamawela itabonang inde andalang itabagolang naniyo koriyo kori bako fampo hunduko hendoko koriyo ita hunduko hendoma koriyo iko nade gayaldata koriyo kono nonko fallama koriyo ino nonko wirtama koriyo wobe no hutima koriyo sabu hunduko bonnanama koriyo ma ide tok toko ide lai lai yo people talk toko them lie lie oh ide talk talk oh ide lie lie oh people talk talk oh them lie lie oh fenande lanchai sare fenande adda yaure fenande wadda yimbe fenande no wonde hersa fenande lanchai sare fenande adda yaure fenande wadda yimbe yandiyo koriachu I see your body moving left and right talking I see your mouth open talking nonsense stop talking about me stop talking by me you don't even know me shame on you ide talk oh ide lie lie oh if I catch you I'll slap them lie lie oh if I catch you ide talk oh ide lie lie oh people talk oh I'll slap them lie lie oh I see your body moving, left and right talking. I see your mouth open, talking nonsense. I heard you talking about me. Nobody is listening. I see you keep lying. Nobody is listening. Stop talking about me. Stop talking by me. You don't even know me. Shame on you. Il est temps, oh, il est là, ah bon. Il est temps, oh, il est là, ah bon. Pas à, sur ce son-là, on y va tous. Sur ce pas-là, pas à, sur ce son-là, on y va tous. C'est du bon ça. Les photocos, les photocos, les photocos, avec les photos. Il est toc, il est là, oh. People talk, them lie, oh. Il est toc, il est là, oh. People talk, them lie, oh. Il est toc, il est là, oh. People talk, them lie, il est toc, il est là, people talk, them lie. DTM is back again. Say na, uyena. Ache, Adebego, these days, stop talking. Some people talk too much. Ils parlent trop. You talk too much, beaucoup. Achu yandi nong, achu selalang alamawela. Itabunang inde andalang. Itabagolang naniyo. Ide talk oh, ide lie oh. People talk.
All right, and so me family, just like I tell you now, this now my co-host now, of course, Anne-Marie Williams, of course, na me and Tuka for host this program today, and consistently eager for the with Sherrick's Broadcast Network, and of course, right now we're in at the studio live in Dallas, Texas, SLPP Annual Mini Convention. I go on, and so Anne-Marie, what you go able for tell we about Dallas as a city? Now you day tell we small about Dallas.
I'm going to begin with what the Cowboys, of course, when you hear about Dallas, the first thing that kind of your mind are like, okay, the city of the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. And not only that, of course, Dallas is after Alaska. I mean, not even call Alaska as a state, but it is. But we think about in terms of, large within the United States, after Alaska, it's Dallas. Right. So Dallas is really big. And I think after population, California, in terms of population, Dallas comes first, comes second. So apparently, Dallas is a very big state, a very cool state, conservative, and well, people can say it's a Republican state, but it's kind of a mixture. Large amount of Mexican, few Africans, but we like it here. And I'm so used to it. I cannot imagine going back to another state other than Texas.
You know, Nyaso then called the big D, the big Dallas, you know, the big D. And so SLPP annual mini convention that take place in Nyaso today. Waiting at some of the expectations. Waiting get for happen after the convention. I know say then at the hall right now. But after this hall, what is next?
Oh yeah, right now like you rightly say, we get we own session we are just within SLPP members, and after we don't get a lot of deliberations for the party to go forward. With next agenda will be like evening hours. We get for like that today. We get for have a massive program today here, like a fundraising we want to, because that is gonna gear towards 2018 election. That is why we're doing it.
Okay.
So and we expect. You know, the massive turnout tonight because we don't do a lot of publicity.
Right.
Yes.
Of course, well, you know, we just don't get somebody who don't enter inside the studio, so we have no choice.
The
But
big ones.
yes, you know, this is not the former chairman.
Came to say hello to you.
How are you, sir? This is the former chairman of the. He has to come now that he is in here. That's Auguste Bospali.
When the mountain refuses to go to Mohammed.
I know the Mohammed comes so much.
I saw you standing here like
Right.
a big guy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for
Right.
coming.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is our big one sem na the Dallas state.
So definitely, guys, we are getting guys coming in. So right now, what we get now? So now, Safawi Rogers, former Secretary General of SLPP North America, now Dallas here in day, and so let you talk to us small, you know. And so, Mr. Secretary General, come close, so people can see you. What can you tell us about this day? What's going to go on Dallas?
And this we are so overwhelmed in happiness simply because like you all know, brothers and sisters, fellow compatriots, we are planning the best way possible how to take over the State House. And from here, like last convention before the general elections in Sierra Leone, this is all in preparation that SLPP it's been tested, vetted, and we're prepared to take the mantle of responsibility.
Yep.
So all we are here today is just to kind of put, cross the T's, dot the I's, and making sure that at least we'll make the work easy for the national executive and our flag bearer, and also the people that are supporting our party. We hope and pray, that you, the people of Sierra Leone, give us the chance again to serve you as we've been doing, and we'll make sure we upgrade our country to higher heights.
And so, my family, we get for can talk to all them man. This is not just the preamble you don't see. So we get for talk to them a lot about waiting they happen, how prepared is the SLPP. SLPP may get internal issues, but this being said, they don't just change when they see them together. We get for talk about all of that, and of course, soon are the right people in this for talk to. So we get for show you Dallas small now, waiting at the Dallas city, how it look like, who side would they? This is now one of the best cities in the United States. For those of you who do not know, but today. Anne-Marie Williams is going to be my host here. She's going to be my co-host. We'll get for day together. So, Mr. Rogers, once more, I know say plenty food day for eat. And after the convention, I know say we'll get something get for go on.
Mr. Sheriff, we don't know how to tell you thank you, but we know that you are a patriot, you love Sierra Leone, and wherever Sierra Leone issues are, you are always there and you give us the right information. We thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you very much for your good work.
Right.
And Marie, of course, we can't thank you more. You're always there. Anytime at the beck and call of Sierra Leone.
I know, right?
Thank you very much.
Right. All right, so guys, let's see how Dallas look like.
Hi guys, it's Mario Obo. There is a story of a lady but
All right, and so me family, that now the Big D, Dallas, Texas. We are coming to you from Dallas, Texas today, and of course, me family, we're glad for bring the program to now the way we don't do it. Of course, we got for continue for host time live here. You hear the noise in the background right now, so hopefully. You get it clear out there because we're not able to monitor right now waiting with the broadcast. I mean, we see what with the broadcast, but we're not listening to the audio part. So hopefully everything is going on fine. Now, SLPP, now the North America, now the economic backbone of SLPP Global. And so what they do now so today, then they put themselves together, organize themselves together properly, put a constitution together, put fundraising ideas together, liaise with the party office in Sierra Leone. Of course, we get the Secretary General, the National Secretary General of the party is right here in this hall. We all get for talk to her. Of course, when I all be on the year about Napoleon, he is here. So we get for talk to her as well, right? From Dallas, Texas. And so, Anne-Marie, I did with Anne-Marie now, and so it belonged to the women's wing of the SLPP as well. Well, it's still get for in a part of Sherrick's broadcast network at the same time, but it belonged to the SLPP North American women's wing. And so I be just want for talk to her small, let it tell we Anne-Marie, how women they play role inside the kind of so they happen. What's in our role?
And yourself know say woman when it come to anything when a structural thing, woman they're always not the backbone. So basically we have a great role for play whenever SLPP get program like this. In terms of coordinating, we are the ones in front of it and making sure that we reach to people that we need for being reached to. The women's are doing that. And also we get a very strong role when it comes to fundraising because women know how to get money from men. A man for like put money in their hand, even though they want to do it, but you need to forget that woman where they catch it and say, "But come on now, come buy me tickets, come do this, come buy my t-shirt." So basically the women are doing a great job. And then we also serve as they inspire other people because when people see women in front of politics, that means a lot. Whether you are SLPP, whether you are APC, seeing the women of SLPP taking the front role in activity, they also motivate people when they out there and believe say, yes, this party, not only they want win, but they also they push woman business before. So
right, of course, no doubt. We don't see plenty side. We say SLPP don't make women them as leaders
exactly
in various areas. So SLPP is a democratic party. It was formed on the basis of democracy, and so we give equal right and give equal right to women them at the same time. And so we get for try for see if we're able for bring some of the people that waiting now so for able for show them alive. We'll get for show that. But before that, let's see this one we get for.
Hi guys, it's Mario Obo. There is a story of a lady by the name of Katie Koroma who lived in a small town in Sierra Leone. Her husband had died during the war. She had a son by the name of Andrew Koroma who was about 12 years old, going to a government school, a college not far away from home. And so one day her son came back from school and started complaining about a stomach problem. Not so long, he fainted on the arms of his mother. He was rushed to the hospital, and after several tests, the doctor said they had to see a specialist by the name of Dr. Amaend. The cost to be roughly around $40. Now this lady had little to eat. They were barely struggling to survive. She had no means of getting the $40 to take her son to see Dr. Amaend. She took her son home, and every day she would cry. She would pray to God for God to save the life of her son. But as the day went by, she watched life sniffle out of her only hope. And so one day, a man was driving by to see his mother in a neighboring town. His car broke down not far away from Katie's house at an hour that was so dangerous. He walked up to her house and explained his situation to the woman and asked her if he could spend the night in her house, considering the fact that it was dangerous for him to be out late at that time. So the woman let him in In the middle of the night, this man came out to use the bathroom. He heard the lady cry out. He peeped through the door to see exactly what was going on. He found the boy lying on the bed, covered in towels. He was sick. He looked at the woman's eyes. She was in tears. It became clear that this family needed immediate help. Now this is where the story gets very interesting. What this lady didn't know was that that man that was standing with her was Dr. Amaend. The Creator himself had brought them together by circumstance. But it was her goodness, the goodness of her heart, that made it possible. Her son now is alive and well, a medical doctor in the United States of America. It pays to be good. It pays to do good in this world. Your goodness may not be for you, but for a future generation. You see, everything that we do on earth is a seed that will yield a harvest someday. So do good today. God bless Africa.
All right, and so me tell me the way to what they see now. This is not live inside the Dallas, Texas Hall. Of course, this is not the convention here, SLPP convention. Now they take place right now. That's what you are seeing right now inside the hall. Of course, with the Brian come to live from studio number 8, and of course, that's exactly what you are seeing right now. Of course, Anne-Marie is working with me on this. She is moving around. Of course, you know, now so they use the green background effect, and so you know, say SLPP na green all my wear. So plenty time that you not get for student green, you go see like some man wear nothing. I mean, you know, or you not go see. You know, I mean, we're not going to disgrace people in our, but it will be difficult for like able to tell between the colors then waiting the happen. So basically, what you are saying now is the SLPP, convention. Of course, people that sit down, you know, according to the chapters then what they represent. Of course, some chapters then still they come, they not reach now yet. And of course, the other things that we're going for present so today, we're going for talk about the APC presidential candidate. And of course, we're going for also talk about waiting at some of the things that we don't do now in life, waiting at some of the things that they go on. Right? And so, so now we'll go hand over to Doris, to Anne-Marie for make you go do some interviews.
No, just come close. Would I do this for would they try for do this for Cherry broadcast? So you being the child lady of Dallas chapter, I think I need to get your opinion on this.
What opinion did you need, madam?
So as a chair lady of this chapter, you know, how prepared are you for this program for today and the evening fundraising and what it geared towards?
I'm more than prepared. Dallas chapter is more than prepared for this event. It's an opportunity to serve our region.
Okay.
We asked for this, you know, we said we were capable. And so if we were not ready, we would not have gone there. So I can say we are very, very, very prepared. And the focus is actually not Dallas chapter. The focus is for us to bring our people rally together for one common goal, which is winning the State House in 2018.
Yeah.
Dallas chapter has to be among the numbers. So that's our goal.
Okay, as a woman being a chair lady, you know, being in charge of a whole chapter, you know, how do you feel about it? Are you overwhelmed or, you know, are you motivated, you know, doing that?
I don't do the woman or man thing, you know, I just always, it doesn't matter where I am. I always say I'm a results oriented person.
Okay, and
You
we've seen
know,
that.
I work and I look, my results will speak for me. So if you think because I'm a woman, I'm not supposed to lead you, hello. If I can produce you, girl, why do you care if I have a breast or if I don't have a breast?
Exactly.
But overall, I love my chapter. My people love me. There's not any time when I have felt like, oh, is it because I'm a woman? No. If they anybody that can do something that I don't like, trust me, they will do it to any other person, even if it's a man, not just because I'm. So I
Okay.
have a good chapter, and I love my chapter.
Okay, now because this broadcasting what they do definitely they go down to Freetown because we they send our will we they worldwide. So do you have any message for people down there in Freetown come 2018 with this election? Because one of the things we do right now, and I believe you will respond, let people to party together. That way by 2018, the answer will be yes, yes. There is nothing like a no, no thing. We have to win the election. So
Well,
what message do you have? What message do you have for the women down there, and how do you think they need to push for us to achieve that goal?
my message is letting people put their loyalty to what they believe in. If you believe in SLPP, support SLPP.
Yeah.
We all know what is going on now. We don't like it. We need to change, and you can't change something by sitting down. You got to go out and vote. When March comes, you go vote for your party. So every woman, every man, every women, and I believe like you mentioned about women. I think women make a lot of difference. I
Exactly.
think we should be more involved. We can't just sit down like armchair critics, criticizing, but we don't want to invest time into it. We don't want to invest money into it.
Okay.
If you want to see SLPP ruling without the party of prosperity, the party that brought independence to Sierra Leone,
There you go.
that's the party you're going to go for.
Exactly. Exactly.
When SLPP is in the house, the kids can go to school, the parents can feed their kids. So
There's nothing like mudslide when we're there. Yeah, we take care of things. Anyway, it's nice talking to you, Miss Doris, as chair lady of the Great Dallas chapter. And now I can go around again and get a cross section of you, executive.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much. Thank you.
Okay.
Right, and so that Anne-Marie Williams just don't talk to the chairperson for the SLPP Dallas chapter, of course, Miss Doris. Of course, they don't do a wonderful work today, Nayaso, and so definitely when they invite you for can cover the program, will not get any choice but to do it, and so that's what we are doing here. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sherrick's Broadcast Network. We continue for come to live from Dallas, Texas, of course, the Big D. And so hopefully we want to get you loudly and clearly out there. But this is what we are doing here. Of course, as we continue for bring the programs into you, we are hoping that you are actually getting to see some of the things that we are doing. Of course, we don't lost that Skype, background. We don't lost some, but we'll try for get them once more. And so, me fam with them, let me just continue for, watch the space now. So as we continue for bring Sherrick's Broadcast Network live to now. All right. No, I don't know. Maybe I did that. Okay, that's okay. So we will do them a little later. Yeah, let me connect there. Okay, and so me fam with them, we are still going to continue to come to you. Of course, Sherrick's Broadcast Network coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. And of course, if you don't know how to get we, you can just come over. You can go on Google, and of course, from Google, you go able for get we live. You go able for just search for we on Google, and that's go able for care you go. And you go able for Siri, right? All right. So, go now google.com and search for we Sherrick's Broadcast Network. Once you do that one day, you go able for get we. You go click on we. You go now with page, and of course you go able for see waiting with the broadcast live from Sherrick's Broadcast Network. And of course, waiting with the do now. So also, if you feel say it necessary for make you go donate to we, of course, go to sbnetworks.net. We don't set up a GoFundMe account as well. Of course, we got with brothers and sisters, then they wait in Freetown, they don't study journalism, mass communication, they need jobs. And so we want to create a small kind of employment for them. Of course, so if you chip in $10, $20, that will help you for able for remit some money to them so that they will able for continue for work with we and Sherrick's broadcast network. And of course, so my family then we get for now bring come to now some of the things then we been on they happen in the past week in Sierra Leone, of course, until when I know say the two dominant political parties then we don't just get in conventions, they don't put together then presidential candidates, and so we get for talk small but that one day I want to let Anne-Marie Canyon, so they would see you
right?
Yeah, you are hosting this with me, and so now that we get for talk about today. So Anne-Marie, tell me small about what you be here for say inside the All People's Congress, and also APC, SLPP, where then appoint or select the presidential candidates. What thing can you mind? When you be say SLPP, then be there per election. At the time where APC then do selection. What thing can you mind right there?
Well, interestingly, I don't know if you hear an audio where go on viral. Apparently APC use them and twist them, they campaign with them, talking about me endorsing what's that man named Samura? I say to myself, they must be sleeping, because if I get way for change my blood to green, I'll be the first person to do it, But going back to your question about when they do the selection, for me, APC is not a new thing. Like I can say a small, but my experience with APC is not new. About them being the way they do things, not being democratic, not being they're so autocratic and they're doing things. For me, it's not really strange. It's just signal back to the people out there, because we there, yeah. The problem lies over there. Right. Me, they talk to Sierra Leoneans, then say at this point, I don't see what the APC don't do. Be you APC, be you sitting on the fence, be you SLPP. You don't see what they go on. You see how they do the selection. You see who they choose. And you look at the correlation between the two people, you're not even match. But, that's just some signal to us say these people not get the interest of the country. SLPP, we can get with problems because Tit and Tong, they've jammed. That is a public secret. And besides, SLPP is an open book. Right. What you will do, it didn't see it. But we love them so, because that way when you vent out what you have in your mind and say, you know what, I'm gonna support in full force, you go with you're not gonna ulterior motive. Right. And that's the difference with APC. Then we begin we there, but believe me, then they do then start backing, and we don't do that. So for me, as SLPP, when it comes to democratic principle, of course, you can't even compare that with APC. So the voice, the word there is for the people down there to see what is going on. And though we not come to that point when I say enough is enough, we need a change. We need this country for go before, because we were there. It better we not like a rain come, sun come. That $2 go get them for it. But that man where they be around, where they put you on, not get them. So now they advocate for. It's hard time on a gap and say, what, Lord, we get to change, and Lord, we make this country go before.
Right, good talk. Of course, like I wanna say, the key word there is SLPP, not a democratic party. They're not the select, then they elect, and so now that happened last week. Where they elect a retired Brigadier General Julius Maada Bio as the presidential candidate for the 2018 presidential election of the country. Of course, we all see SAPC then select. Of course, after selection, waiting can happen. So waiting happen at the country now. That we get for bring come to now exclusively right now for making you go see waiting with the waiting that we win, right? All right, and so my family waiting happen this week. Of course, now Sierra Leone. Now we get for can talk about exclusively. We can show you. Of course, we all know what happened, but we just want to refresh your memory a little bit about what happened. Now that we are on the grounds of SLPP convention, and of course, what other right place where we get for able for talk about this. And so let us see, the announcement where the president make. Now the country, McKinney, we announced for say Dr. Samura Kamara Naina the presidential candidate. Let's see that now.
I don't get your slogan. You sabia.
Don't agree or make a pronounce the presidential flag bearer for the APC 2018 election at Dr. Samura Kamara in the 2018 elections. Having had consultations, the party don't agree or make a pronounce the presidential flag bearer for the APC 2018 election at Dr. Samura Kamara in the 20.
All right, of course, so many family when I waiting the president say, it make the announcement, and of course, now on that day, we, all man inside the APC, they not been believed. There was mixed feeling inside the convention hall, just like how Nabiyeri will report Mohammed Kababi get for report live from the hall. There was mixed feeling, and of course, from that day, we see plenty things that we don't happen inside the APC, and so Anne-Marie, let's talk about that this small, this Dr. Samura Kamara, you get any idea what is this man?
I don't even know him. The only time I know Dr. Samura, I think the name, that was when, was it 2005 during Kabain Tenor? I think he was there. That's the only time I know him, but he has not ever been on the front line. I don't ever Sabia, and that bring me back to the slogan where they everywhere. When they talk, the first word they say you Sabia. Now even the 2-year Pekin, when they ask, hey, you Sabia, what I am? I think he's just. Can we say a new kid from the block, like what they really say in America?
A new political kid on the block. Well, yes, he is. But plenty of people in the way go talk say, just because we not sabi the man, not make him turn to a bad person. Right? So what do you say to that? Well,
that was my point when they use and then flip them up, thinking that me they endorse. That was my point initially, yeah. Because sometimes we don't, like we did in Western Wall. We're educated and exposed, and sometimes I kind of move away from that thing about no sabiam. That is totally different about what you can do. No sabiam, me there against that philosophy of no sabiam, you're not supposed to rule, but if you have what it takes to rule, you can rule. I believe in that. But coming back to the question, the person in question now, when we begin dig up about what he has done, that brings the question back, like, okay, I am against, Sabian's syndrome, but this man now that they have, can he do what he's supposed to? What he get the potential, he get the capability for do what and put time for do? That's the big question. And from all indications that I don't dig because I believe in digging people, because as a politician you gotta go beyond out of the box. As he say, he doesn't have it.
Right. And plenty people that they say this man also, whether they talk about in connection to politics in Sierra Leone, has always been in either the economic sector or the financial sector. So Sierra Leone continues to be one of the poorest countries in Africa or in the world, right? So if this man don't get any connection with money business, then Sierra Leone continues to be this poor. Waiting this man go show we as something we don't do we positive, we go make Salone people that believe say, therefore vote for him for be president. Because if you don't they around with money and today they win a poor country.
From 94.
Right.
We're still there. And well, that comes back to my question about when you vet somebody, sometimes you endorse somebody, but you vet them out and say, okay, wait a minute. This person, I know endorse them in a sense, but I kind of like, wait a minute, I don't dig him up. I don't take a retrospect and say, okay, what has he done from 94 to this point? And where is my country? Because the whole thing about me belonging to a political party, I tell you what, it's about making Mama Salome. So when I reflect back and say, okay, what has he done? And if he hasn't done anything, then that bring me eyebrows, they raise, and begin saying, no, waiting, this man has been there. 94 and my country still they go backwards, and it on there from 2005 I guess, and then it did 2007 and up to now, and we haven't gone anywhere. Instead we retrogress every day. Then there comes in my question. It's just like APC. Before we go back on it, it's just like APC, they say in the city of the blind, the one-eyed man is the king. The bunch of them, I swear, and he coming in is just like, oh Lord. I don't know. At least we get thousands with the picking sometimes, but them they don't get much. They don't get stay.
And immediately we Dr. Samura, we the president name him as the presidential candidate. Now APC they begin for send we videos them of him. We visit the White House, the kind diplomatic welcome with them at the White House for able for showcase and say he is indeed a diplomat. He is important, But at the end of the day, looking at look at what can you do for the people, that is what it boils down to. And so now that make way all man be the vex. We SLPP, we are the oldest political party in Sierra Leone. We get the best of human resources in the country. We they be the power of this internal conflict. But then immediately in the past 1 week, we don't see a swift change in that. Yeah. So what's happen? How wanna do them?
Well, first of all, I'll go back to APC. Then cosmetic developments, and then good at APC really good at cosmetics. Show the people, and I don't know when last you go feature. If you go like Eastern Police, you see them bring tile, bathroom tile, put on a Eastern Police.
Yes,
now for the name where they come on a McKinney, when no one they know it's in a tile. We see that and they say that they develop. Right. That's their development. But for us, we know we're not even. Look at that. So like coming back to my party, SLPP, we have our internal squabbles. That I won't say. I don't go deny. And it was an open book, which I love. And that makes us democratic. Because everything be there and we wash up with linens and we now know say yes that will brace yourself, because it's about, even if we all get with grudges or we all get with problem, but when you turn back and say who's gonna be my option, that's the big question you gotta ask. Who gonna be option? APC. Right. So you don't have you are like APC will be the last person for baby choice, because they've been there for the past 10 years. There's not been anything. So basically, we have to amend our problems, and we all come together and say, no, if Salofo go before, we just have to go behind a strong political party. Right. And which is the SLPP.
And so, we found with them, I then also with Anne-Marie Williams, of course, an SLPP diehard, and of course, within the SLPP North America annual mini convention here in Dallas, Texas. And of course, we'll get for continue for cover the convention right here. Of course, Sherrick's Broadcast Network, now you place. We'll get for can open the line in case you want for calling. But we also get for talk to the Assistant Publicity Secretary of the All People's Congress, Mr. Robin Fale. We'll get for talk to him today live from Freetown, Sierra Leone. So we'll ask that you stick around with us as we continue for bringing you the program.
Sierra Leone. His Excellency Samura Kamara, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone. His Excellency Samura Kamara, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of the Republic of Sierra Leone.
All right, and so before we then Dr. Samura Kamara, of course, we can at the White House. That's now one of the notorious pictures or videos that with the APC and the disseminate around, but that's okay. And so now demand this way APC then choose for Mekigo be the next president of Sierra Leone, because this is my soul they look at right now. Now demand this way be done they around Sierra Leone money business for the longest time. They don't they around with money business. They don't they handle money business. But still, Sierra Leone continues to be one of the poorest countries in the world, right? And so, looking at all of this, I don't know how it will be justifiable for let anybody present somebody like this for let it be the next president of Sierra Leone. So meaning that we present status quo now get for just continue or even get worse. And so some of us have question marks against that, right? And so these are some of the issues that we people in the same to win a Cherish Broadcast Network for let we be able to talk about them. Looking at Dr. Samura Kamara. He's a nice looking gentleman, he's educated, but at the end of the day, it boils down to what you have been able to produce, which you don't do for you people then. You don't be around, you don't be Secretary General of the Ministry of Finance, you don't be Finance Minister, you don't be Minister of Foreign Affairs, but what can you show for it? Up till now, Sierra Leone continues to be one of the poorest countries in the world. And so which guarantee will get for say if you turn to president, you go even get an idea for able to move this country go before. So these are some of the concerns there. And so we get for continue for talk about this issue. Of course, we get for can talk to the publicity secretary of we'll get for talk to the publicity secretary, about waiting the happen inside the APC. Of course, Robin Fale will come very soon for talk to him. And so, my family, we want for me, you stick around as we make that happen. And of course, right. And so, my family, now that we get for do so now. So today, so one for me, you stick around with a try for bring the program and make sure say we don't show the actual thing we're supposed to show. So now we get for bring you some music, and of course we'll not say mind for lady listen to music while so they get Robin Fale on the phone.
These days, stop talking. Some people talk too much. Il parle trop. You talk too much. Beaucoup. Achu yandi nong achu selalang alamawela. Ita bonang inde a andalang. Ita bagolang naniyo. Ide talk ko. Ide lie ho. People talk ko. Them lie ho. Ide talk ko. Ide lie ho. People talk ko. Them lie ho. Achu yandi nong achu selalang alamawela. Ita bonang inde a andalang. Ita bagolang nani. Achu yandi nong achu selalang alamawela. Ita bonang inde a andalang. Ita bagolang nani yo. Kori bako fampo unduko hendoko korio. Ita unduko hendoma korio. Iko nade kayal tata korio. Kono nonko falema korio. Ino nonko virtama korio. Wote no hutima korio. Sabu unduko bonana ma korio ma. Ide talk ko. Ide lie ho. People talk ko. Them lie ho. Ide talk ko. Ide lie ho. People talk ko. Them lie ho. Fenande lanchai sare. Fenande adda yaure. Fenande wadda yimbe. Fenande no wunde hersa. Fenande lanchai sare. Fenande adda yaure. Fenande wadda yimbe yandiyo. Koriacho. I see your body moving, left and right talking. I see your mouth open, talking nonsense. Stop talking about me, stop talking by me. You don't even know me. Shame on you. Ide talk ko, ide lie ho. If I catch you, I'll slap them lie ho. If I catch you, ide talk ko, ide lie ho. People talk ko, I'll slap them lie ho. I see your body moving, left and right talking. I see your mouth open, talking nonsense. I heard you talking about me. Nobody's listening. I see you keep lying. Nobody's listening. Stop talking about me. Stop talking by me. You don't even know me. Shame on you. Il est temps, oh. Il est là, ah bon. Il est temps, oh. Il est là, ah bon. sur ce son-là, on y va tous, sur ce pas-là, pas à pas, sur ce son-là, on y va tous, c'est du bon ça. Les photocos, les photocos, les photocos, avec les photos. Il est toc-toco, il est lai-lai-oh, people toc-toco, dem lai-lai-oh. Il est toc-toco, il est lai-lai-oh, people toc-toco, dem lai-lai-oh. Il est toc-toco, il est lai-lai-oh, people toc-toco, dem lai-lai-oh. Il est toc-toco, il est lai-lai-oh, people toc-toco, dem lai-lai-oh. DGM is back again. Say na na na, uye na. Ache, Adebego. These days, stop talking. Some people talk too much. Ils parlent trop. You talk too much, beaucoup. Achu yandi nong, achu selalang, alama wela. Ita bonang inde a andalang. Ita bagolang naniyo. Ide talk toko, ide lie lie ho. People talk toko, them lie lie ho. Ide talk toko, ide lie lie ho. People talk toko, them lie lie ho. Achu yandi nong, achu selalang, alama wela. Ita bonang inde a andalang. Ita bagolang nani, achu yandi nong, achu selalang, alama wela. Ita bonang inde a andalang. Ita bagolang nani yo, koriyo kori. Bako fampo hunduko hendoko, koriyo. Ita hunduko hendoma, koriyo. Iko nade kayal data, koriyo. Kono nonko fallama, koriyo. Ino nonko virtama, koriyo. Wote no hutima, koriyo. Sabu hunduko bonana ma, koriyo ma. Ide tok toko, ide lie lie ho. People talk toko, them lie lie ho. Ide tok toko, ide lie lie ho. People talk toko, them lie lie ho. Fenande lanche sare, fenande adda yaure, fenande wadda yimbe, fenande no wonde hersa, fenande lanche sare, fenande adda yaure, fenande wadda yimbe yandiyo. Koriacho, I see your body moving, left and right talking. I see your mouth open, talking nonsense. Stop talking about me, stop talking by me. You don't even know me. Shame on you. Ide talk toko, ide lie lie ho. If I got you, talk toko, I'll slap them lie lie ho. If I got you, ide talk toko, ide lie lie ho. People talk toko, I'll slap them lie lie ho. I see your body moving, left and right talking. I see your mouth open, talking nonsense. I heard you talking about me, nobody is listening. I see you keep lying, nobody is listening. Stop talking about me, stop talking by me. You don't even know me. Shame on you.
All right, so me family one for tell una plenty thank you for we una the support we una dey with we in everything that we dey try for do, and of course we dey continue for bring the live programs to una today. Of course, right now on the line we get no other person but Mr. John Oponjo Benjamin. Of course, you know say Mr. John Benjamin na be one person way na be one of the flag bearer aspirants them inside the SLPP and the election way they don't just conduct in last week. And of course, you know, I take the second position. This is not the man they call the game changer. He has been around the SLPP for the longest. And so, go John, how you dey do, sir?
Well, I did do very well. Just be on the road. We stock up this toll road where then they make at some awkward time way we did it for the past 2 hours.
Oh, really? The toll road. John, now that you are talking about the toll road, tell us about it. How is it? When I did it, you know, you say when I did it for 2 hours. The toll road. You say when I did the toll road for up to 2 hours.
Yeah. Heavy traffic because they not the make road at the time where traffic not there on the road. Now when you get peak traffic at that time, they do some funny construction, they do all type of things. So I mean we had to go through that. We just don't reach Mashaka.
Okay.
I mean the peak period from 5 o'clock where we go into the traffic. Now we get out of her. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank God we don't cross up.
Yeah.
We said just the break down and Mashaka take a drink. We Bishop died with the head of the church.
Oh.
So
have my sympathy.
Go today, then get wickkeeping, you know, and we'll go church and tomorrow now they'll go bury and get them. So we just travel, we'll go sleep now. We are fine all the same. Thank God.
Okay, and so Gojo, you get we clear, eh?
Hello.
Yes, you get we.
Yes, I get to them.
Okay, so the elections done now. Waiting, most people they want to know is what is now the way forward for the SLPP.
Well, first thing we want to do that for make we now know say we have one SLPP. Make people they now still consider themselves for say SLPP belongs to some faction, and that now one faction don't win, another faction don't lose.
Right.
I believe say we don't get a flag bearer as a party, and we now for do everything for make people they realize say if we not come back together and work together, it will be difficult for we. Because a lot of people want to use the win one or the lost one for make them get their way through, you know. And for me, I get a lot of difficulties for talk to people that will say, I mean, they should stay in the party. I mean, we not join the party because we just want to be flag bearer.
Right.
Or if we don't be flag bearer, we for left the party. No. I think say we for big everybody for make we all stay at the party so that we go work together and get APC out of the way. Yes, that is the way forward. I think for many people they realize I mean this party don't belong to one party, it belongs to all of us. And if we don't get a flag bearer, I mean we only give a meaning. If we accept everybody gets a role for play.
Right.
Okay. And that is where we start. And many people they don't believe the way you don't get the flag now and the presidency. You understand?
Yes.
You have a lot of work to do
Yes.
to make you get the presidency. You see? And, so somehow, I mean, we are telling our own people for make sort of stay together, stay within the party, and remain committed to the party. Okay. And similarly for those who have been in support, now that we don't get the flag, I think this is the time for make them humble themselves and for make them know say along the way of campaigning a lot of insults were thrown at each other. A lot of bad feelings we don't develop. And if you don't have to support somebody we win, now you now get for make sure say you humble yourself and sort of go out, forget the other people there, make them now take the defeat one as an excuse for left defeat you. Because until you make them realize it, you need them for fight this fight, you may end up having a difficult fight on your hands. So definitely they have to do everything for get people there on board for make we fight the cause. It is our cause, all of us. Because if SLPP win, it don't matter whether you get position or not. That satisfaction is there that Sierra Leone don't win. Because SLPP governs for all Sierra Leoneans. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
And,
Go, John. Anne-Marie get a question for you. Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Benjamin, you know, one person, in fact, you normally call you Uncle Ben. I get tremendous respect for you. I know how you don't stick na the party coming back from 2000 and, well, far beyond that, but you know, you did extremely well from 2009 during your leadership as chairman and leader, and I have tremendous respect for you. But coming back to where we are right now, you know, considering the fact that we don't have a flag bearer, and I imagine when 2012, after the flag bearer, you were there on the campaign trail. You were everywhere. You go out with Mother Bio. You were going out, you know, do the campaign trail. Now you were part of this time around as a flag bearer candidate, but unfortunately, you know, the party choose something which you 100% respect, and I have respect for you for that too. So I'm asking if you have any plan to join. Like, I don't see the opposition they do after the selection. What they did was to each of them go to them places that wouldn't come out, you know, get a section of the people the way they did and try for talk to them, say you need to come back. And also, if you'd already do that, or you're planning to do that, to work with Mother BO for campaign, doing the campaign trail, or you planning to, you know, just stay with the Shebwema people and admonish them to go, you know, follow the party trend, may they not go another way of the party.
Well, first, make a tell you about Kokutenji. I mean, for the few kind words you don't say about my person. And I want to assure you that I remain committed to SLPP, and within my own means and the little energy we I get and the small resources we I get, I will do all what I can for make a contribute towards our winning. But it depends. You see, that time we last get the flag bearer, I had an official role as chairman and leader, and I was involved in organizing the programs directly. So I had a direct role to play, direct responsibility. And this time, after the contest, Mada and his team, they come meet me. They say they put Mada in my hand. And since that time, they left. On the way at the left return yesterday night, they give me a call for say they have a program on Sunday. Will coincide with me having my own program cut out for a funeral now, Bo and Kenema. So I could not fit into it. But all what I said to them was that if I'm in their planning in anything, I will make sure I'm available to join them. But if they plan their program and sort of drag you in it, at times it will be unfortunate that I may not be free to join them. So they have to be mindful of that. But whether they drag me in their program or not, whatever program I have, it will be in the interest of SLPP. For instance, if I go to Bo now and I get to talk to people, I will tell them that yes, I mean the contest is over, we are all SLPP and will remain SLPP. And we should work together as SLPP.
Yeah.
If I go to Kenema, I will tell them the same thing. When I get home to my people, I will tell them, I will try and encourage everybody who looks up to me for leadership, that indeed my own role in terms of politics is best sort of reached within SLPP, and I want them to join me in that direction. So I will do everything at any point in time to make we walk in that direction. Yes. And I will also appeal to you people that you keep all of us on course. I mean, you use your radio program to remind people that indeed their business is to hold people together and not to throw people apart. Because some of the things you do may help ignite anger and sort of once you do that, you get people to just say, okay, let me go my way. But this is the time first we have a man's best asset is pride and his temper. Okay, you must contain them so that you get on well with people. And this is the time we have to achieve that. And let us not assume that having attained the flag bearership means the end of the race. We are just beginning the contest. So this is the time we need each other very much.
Okay, so go, John.
Play our role.
One last question is about the flag bearer, the presidential candidate inside the APC, winner Dr. Samura Kamara. I'm not saying as somebody way you know already. What you go able for tell we about this man? Which kind of person it will be? Because we know say we don't dey around with money business for a long time and still we come to poll. So you know.
Well, I will tell you that I have known him for a long time, and I have worked with him in my own little way. I've helped promote him because when I was Minister of Finance the last time we worked together, he was my financial secretary, and little did I know that he was actually an active member of APC. Not until when I sent him to work for us in Washington, then I realized that yes, he was really.
See, that's why I love God, John. He knows it.
Working for APC, and he was supposed to grow career path in the IMF system. He should have been alternate director for 2 years, then executive director for the whole of Africa for another 2 years. That was a 4-year appointment, and it went with a salary of $15,000 a year, for $15,000 a month for the first 2 years. And then after that, it was to be increased. But then when after just a few months on the job and APC won, and he found his way back to come into Sierra Leone, then I said, my God, what is that mistake? Okay? But it was too late, you could not change that. He's a hard-working guy, definitely. I mean, wherever you put him, he will deliver. But then he was like committed to APC and not to Sierra Leone. So, I mean, I've known him for some time, and I always make friends out of everybody. So, and when I work with people, I would not eat my lunch without him. We ate together, so that's how close I was with him. We travel together, we eat together, and we are in the office in Sierra Leone. I will not eat my lunch without him joining me. So that's how we worked. But when he left and went to Washington, then I realized, yes, that he was indeed APC. So at that time, I made everybody SLPP. So now they all became APC after the loss. So then somebody is true color.
Right.
And we have to be very sort of focused so as to ensure that we do not allow them to use any skills that he possesses to our disadvantage. We can always counter him. I have always found a way of getting my way around him, So I know him very well. He knows me very well, and he can be contained.
Okay.
He can be contained. That's a good one.
Yeah, this contest is also not just between two people. This contest is between APC and SLPP. So I think we are better off focusing the contest between APC and SLPP. Let us look at APC as a team and look at SLPP as a team.
Right.
And I believe that at any point in time, I'll prefer SLPP to APC. Because when we govern for the whole of the country, Sierra Leone.
Right.
When APC govern, they govern for only their interest, APC interest, family interest, pocket interest.
Right.
So that is what we should focus on. Okay. If you talk about corruption, you cannot compare SLPP in any measure to APC's corruption. They are miles ahead of us. You look at incompetence, they are miles ahead. We are much more. We started all the institutions. Our focus was to build strong institutions. Their focus is to weaken institutions. You understand? So that they now centralize all the powers in the hands of a few people. And in the process, they overload the presidency. And all what you get is failure in all areas. Okay? Right. So I believe the more we focus on the team approach, that is SLPP against APC, the better. Right. So that we don't allow them to bring out anything that would show things of like track record, experience, because they want to dwell on that. Oh, your man is this, your man is that. He's not being in a job. But we, as members of SLPP, we have been in jobs all over the country,
I know.
all over the world. You understand? So he will only be looking at one position. The other positions are there for other people to fill in, and we'll make it available to every Trillionian, not just people who are SLPP, okay, but people who are competent and qualified for those positions, which is what is the difference between us and them.
Okay, God, John. One for tell you plenty. Thank you for your time, and every time we'll call you, you are ready to work for SLPP. We'll tell you plenty. Thank you. And of course, now we'll get for try for talk to the Secretary General. The National Secretary General is here with us as well. So we'll get for try for talk to her also. So we want for tell you plenty. Yes, sir. Anne-Marie, you want for say something to God, John?
Yeah, well, the only thing is I just want to make him steadfast. He has done it before and he will do it again. And your name, of course, not always the who they come up say, posterity get for tell. Because if we're to make mention about people who don't do their own part into the party, we don't make sacrifices, trust me, your name is going to be mentioned. Because what you do so, it takes many for two. And you did it with wholeheartedly. You should say, yes, the party is bigger than you. You can do better. And I just thank you for that. And mark my words, history will tell, when the time is right. Okay?
And we got John, we get for do everything humanly possible for let the presidential candidate himself know for say with big brother inside this party, with big brother, and he has to respect that. But we'll tell you plenty. Thank you, sir.
No, thank you.
All right.
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot, man.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that's now John Oponjo Benjamin. Of course, we talked to him today. Yeah. We talked to him today from Freetown. Of course, they're on the way now. They travel to up country. Of course, they wear shoes now. All right, and so that's now God John Benjamin. Would they fondly call and God John? Of course. So I hope say nobody not go say, oh, what you make that man they call and God John because they go the same school, not to for that. And so all man they call him. All right, and so that's now John Benjamin, and so we'll get for try for go back now the hall and see what they go on inside the SLPP hall itself. Now then they will try for do right now. Of course, let's see what is going on in that regard.
Say na uyena Ache Adebego. These days stop talking. Some people talk too much. Il parle trop. You talk too much. Beaucoup. Achu yandi nong achu selalang ala mawela. Ita bonang inde a andalang. Ita bagolang naniyo. Ide talk ko. Ide lie ho. People talk ko. Them lie ho. Ide talk ko. Ide lie ho. People talk ko. Them lie ho. Achu yandi nong achu selalang ala mawela. Ita bonang inde a andalang. Bagolang nani achu yandi nong achu selalang ala mawela itabonna.
Those who are going to build up their minds desire to join us for us to build a very strong, united and a prosperous nation, and to join forces with our elected leaders of North America and to support the party back home for our victory on the 7th of March 2018.
Of course, that's the National Secretary General speaking right now, Napoleon Kuruma. Of course, now right now. So long listen.
As executive members of the party, we've been able to accomplish a couple of things, and I will just highlight them in bullet points. The first thing we did as an executive was to call a meeting of all the grassroots supporters of our party at the party secretariat, in which we emphasize to them the need to have party discipline and to encourage each and every member of our party. From that day to this point, I have not received any complaint or any report of any member of our party being harassed at the party office. The party is now full of celebrations every day. People sing and dance and enjoy it with one another after the elections we held days ago. We also decided to call on our parliamentary members, 42 members of parliament. For over 3 years, our national executive had very serious issues with our parliamentarians. There are many times the executive will take the position and our elected representatives in parliament take a different position. Those situations were very embarrassing to the party. We realized that as an executive and we decided to approach the leadership of the parliament. The minority leader, Madam Bernadette Lahai, Dr. Bernadette Lahai, was summoned and she brought her membership to the party office and we sat with them. We are able to resolve our differences, and I can gladly say to you, they have pledged their unwavering commitment to work with the National Secretariat for our election victory in 2018. On external relationship, we were able to meet the British High Commissioner at their office as well, and the importance of having free, fair, and democratic election on the 7th of March 2018. In that we will accept any result, any election result that do not represent the views, the wishes, and aspirations of the people of Sierra Leone. And we know that the people of Sierra Leone are tired with the APC mission. They want redemption, and that redemption can only come from the Sierra Leone People's Party. We also met with representatives from the United Nations Development Program, and we explained to them our position with regards to the conduct of the next elections. They were able to tell us that after the war in 2002, the two elections we had in 2000 and 2007 were conducted under the direction of the United Nations. But this is the first election we are having directly conducted by the government of Sierra Leone. And we told the UNDP that the government and all ministers serving in the current government are all aspiring to become flag bearers. I will definitely know that Anis Baikoma has set up a very wide agenda for a third term. So we told the UNDP and want them to keep their eyes on the election process and to monitor the process very, very strongly, because we will accept any result by excuse. They promised that they will continue and they will communicate that to the APC government. Also, we have constantly and continually engaged the National Electoral Commission on their readiness to conduct the election of March 2018. We are concerned about comments we are receiving in the news, social media, with regards to the chairman of the National Electoral Commission. A couple of weeks we had with the commission, we were told some threats in the lives of the chairman of the commission, one of the commissioner, Yata Ferry, at one of our regular meetings we have with the commission. And we raised that issue. She was also taken to the highest level in Israel in respect of the international community. I can assure you that situation. The commission has also assured us that the issue of availability of data government was claiming to get an excuse to stop the election process. All those who submitted, who presented themselves for registration on the dates related for registration, they are all registered and they have very full and complete data for all of them. And to that, they have submitted in the copy of the registration data to us. And the party elections event committee registration. Now know that those who are registered are those who participate in the election. So we are constantly in the commission in those issues. And finally, you are ready to happy to see India that we are to conduct very free, credible, current flag bearer elections in Freetown. I'm glad to inform you that the outcome of that election, some of the delegates were present. Mr. Bonasi was there, and a couple of others. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the presentation in Freetown. And they are going to the outcome of the results, and I say,
Yes, we are having a technical problem with the audio, so the family are just bear with we. Of course, right now you need to look at the National Secretary General of SLPP. We travel from Freetown for camp at this convention na Dallas, Texas. Of course, then at the SLPP North American convention, I speak right now. Napoleon Umaru Kuroma, and I talk right now. And so let's continue for listening to him.
Always among them is the name Remo Isubajo. The instruction into our past and generated positive the area of data and reach as an entity, also embarked on restructuring we are bringing new personnel to assist us in the process. That's what you have always expressed. That's what
that's good. And so the Secretary General is still talking, you know. The Secretary General of the SLPP Global, actually, the National Secretary General from Freetown. That's the man speaking right now.
I contributed and I did that, and I asked how to do how your contribution, and you should be recognized for your efforts for partners in development. National accountability of our party, people have decided to establish our financial we shall be charged.
Yes, if family would get a technical problem with the connection, of course, we are live in the hall, but the internet connection is not too good. And so now the broadcast to come to you this way where they come to you today. But let us continue for just probably listen to the voice. He's still talking, right?
Finally, how the police that was support people finally now with your Secretary General the chief. I also intend to open up the Secretariat to all regions and to share every information for the progress of our party. For the region, again, the remittance of $15,000 to the SLPP account as according to the SLPP account. Also, thank you to some of what sent our women as support to help feed our delegates in us. That is directly sent to me this week, and they expect that money. I hope for my return will submit to me the report, the breakdown of the use of account. It was directly sent to women, but I was informed. I promise as an executive, as head of the secretariat, Mr. Chairman, and delegates present, that our executive shall be accountable to give you full financial breakdown in the financial year. Today, to inform you that the party has always had a recognized fund. I've also of the boss on my desk for the year 2014, 2015, and 2016. This is how I do that. I've done it. That's me. All this and gets time of home, change of tune. All a support group. I see.
Right, so before we are still here at the SLPP North American annual mini convention, which is taking place here in Dallas, Texas. And of course, speaking right now is the National Secretary General of the SLPP. We don't travel all the way from Freetown, Sierra Leone to the United States for this occasion. And of course, that's the man who won last week. And that's the newest Secretary General of the SLPP. And so, me fam with them, we get for continue for listen to Napoleon Umaru Kuruma, National Secretary General SLPP, live from Dallas, Texas.
For no one the disintegration of our great party. Take that opportunity. Very effectively was the political opposition. All of us present here fought together to bring our party to power. Remember, it was not our differences, it was our minds together, our humanity. Let us also remember, because we are able to control two very agents from our past interests. And no business. But this set of our resolve, not giving to outside, all differences, what binds us together as an agent with the part of our family. Today, I say to all of you, our participation are over. You have an individual candidate support. And try to compare the words and one another again in the interest of our people. Our founding fathers will have one day shall remain. Continue to bring us in fact. Let us unite some our Sabia and unity together for peace.
Well, for those of you who know who Alpha Saido Bangura is, that's him. He has been lambasting Julius Madabio, who won the presidential candidacy. As Alpha Saido Bangura right now has just stated that he has surrendered and that he will no longer go after him. So, right, that's him speaking. Right, that's Alpha Saido Bangura declaring that he is now with Julius Madabio. He has finally surrendered, and that's what he's just saying. And so, say, we don't the lambastam all along, we don't the lambastam throughout. So, it don't finally tell we say it don't surrender. So, now that's the go on, right? And so, now that we see live in Texas, in Dallas, Texas. Now that we see today. And so my family, we just want for Leuna, continue for watch the space as we continue for bring calm to everything possible, for make sure say we're not able to forget the. All right, so I think I'm getting a call coming in, and we're going to try to call once more. All right, and so here at the SLPP North American mini convention in Dallas, Texas, we come to our live and direct, right? And so we found right about this time the National Secretary General of the SLPP is still talking, and so we're gonna have to move on and bring you something else. And so one for me, sit tight as we make things happen. Sit around with us. Yes, currently we are having an issue with the audio from the video. pressure in the hall. We're having issue with that. And so all right, me family them. Of course, that na Sherrick's Broadcast Network. Of course, na Dallas, Texas. That whole thing take place over the weekend. Of course, we are very much delighted to bring it down to you live from the Big D. Of course, okay, we are having an interruption here. So we get for continue for bring that broadcast to you. Of course, there are quite a lot of other things that we will not bring come to una yet. We get for continue for bring come to una. Now, before we go to the next segment of this broadcast, we want to make something clear. Because you see, Salon people then plenty things then they way we quick for begin the cast aspersions, we quick for the cast blames, especially if we not able for do waiting the next man they do. Instead of we go ask how you they do, waiting you they do, you able for teach we people then they would another ask that kind of question. Instead, waiting that they do that they try for begin for cast aspersion, cast blames, and make let that person look bad. But inshallah, we na Sherrick's Broadcast Network will not get for look bad to nobody because we just get passion for do what they do and what they do and genuinely. Our broadcast network from day one, we don't open unto the community. This now a broadcast network belonging to the community of Sierra Leoneans all over the world, whether it is Salon or it is abroad. We just happen to be the technocrats the way they handle all the technology. But if you get any program where you want for level cover, call we, get to we will go able for make the arrangements for cover them. And this they go to all political parties, whether na APC, na SLPP, NGC, ADP, PDP, SOBE, UNPP, all the other political parties, the 12 political parties that we right now don't register with the other ones that way they come. Anytime we want for level cover something for una tell we'll go able for make the arrangement and we'll go down at the ground for cover and for una. We don't want to let una begin to talk, say, oh, this is not SLPP station. Oh, this is not. No, we serve Sierra Leoneans. And this particular election, we can want to make sure, say, we get the best person ever to lead our country. The person where the people of Sierra Leone want. So we don't want to let people then begin to cast aspersion, begin to talk, say, because Salon people that we're good at that. We're good to know can find that make our country they bien. Well, God don't give we the resources, human and material resources. We don't get the opportunity for use them. Instead of we use them well for the advancement of our country. Instead, the one that we bring that technology to we or the resources to we try for pulling down. but that not get for affect we. But anyway, so me fam with them. Wait till when I see na Dallas, Texas. Of course, the SLPP annual mini convention I take place today, and of course we'll get for continue for bring that coverage to now. Of course, we'll get plenty interviews that we'll do with other people there. So one for let you continue for stick around as we continue for bring the programs to you. Stick around with us. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to Sherrick's Broadcast Network. Of course, we are back online, live. Of course, we're having serious problem with the internet. Naya so, not to what he said now, the internet not the common fine. So everything what they do now, they kind of slow. You see the broadcast sluggish, and because we do them for Dallas, Dallas then disappointment is small, you know, because we'll not be the expect for say, you know, Dallas not go able for provide with good internet connection. We can make we able for provide the, you know, the broadcast owner in a good way. But however, we're not be able to as we continue for manage what we get right now, so we continue for Brancam to owner live. And so me family today na SLPP North American party conference, you know, North American SLPP North American annual mini convention. I didn't get inside Dallas, Texas, and of course we didn't also for cover I'm live. And so hopefully you guys are, you know, having a blast out there, you know, just watching what we are showing you. And so stick around with me as we continue for bring the program.
Don't come back home, the kabudu don't grab back. Inside a kabudu day, the good one then day, and the bad one then back day.
And we all know how we country done day now. If it's sweet, awa. If it's sour, you sabi. Now you hungry know if you dey eat well full or you go sleep hungry. You where you sus, now you go know if you dey born.
We the people and bang for help we safe now. If we vote for good leader, we get love for the country and the people of Salon. We all go betting. If we vote man we come for can take, well, he left to we. Now we get for so far.
I know ever even vote na me life, I go ibam this time, I swear to me life. If I know ever vote na me life, I go vote this time, I swear to me life. Rank a politician, no they can't ruin me life. Salon too sweet, so I enjoy me life. I am Peter, no they can't ruin me life. Salon too sweet, so I enjoy me life. Me vote na me life, me vote na me life. They send me one green vote for two tapa. Me vote na me life, me vote na me life. Send me one green vote for one bad dress. Me vote na me life, me vote na me life. They vote say because we born a McKinney, Me vote na me life, me vote na me life. Say because we born a Kenema.
I want him to love mama ki ante pa.
Talk to me when me query.
Machi ma continent of us you want to mota.
Tell the people
Say rason sa zemba monte batata. Ngate ne sakalom tona fa suko korin zik man kita.
Tell we bo me query.
Kera ka bande amma ki e telo prom me do kom. Ude ke mire makada matimba. Minel munang. Awa mit dem ne mut dem ne kon dem ne. Sato be zat dem ne. Sosa sala ka matabris ka makada matimba. Awa inem teme mamu sosa sala ka makada.
Me vote na me life, me vote na me life. Send me one green vote for two tapa. Me vote na me life, me vote na me life. Send me one green vote for one bad dress. Me vote na me life, me vote na me life. They vote say because we born a McKinney, Me vote na me life, me vote na me life. They vote say because we born a Kenema.
We want to see changes from the grass to the roots. With manifestos, we get plans for the youth. We tire with the lies, now we stand for the truth. We need chef, we go change the taste of the soup. Why? Wait them read for shape t-shirts and I shall be for go rally. Then go member we. After election and take power, give the power them. When we talk, they for them but we. Then go give we bitter cola for go campaign. Where they win them and the family pop champagne. We no go fet for no politician again. This time we go land. We no one die campaign. Mind box, I diamond now we land. For pay fee, papa no get dime na in hand. We want more youth, a woman then a power. Parliament, a cabinet, more mommy na power.
Me vote na me life, me vote na me life. Send me one green vote for two tapa. Me vote na me life, me vote na me life. Send me one green vote for one bad dress.
Dimanya muimu kama monyonyo. Sanya penga mule magoma Inabile ke mukanya ne bele ama. Jimi akbe mu malama Konele baja sinya mao. Jifa mwambie mubwe kenye yo. Yena we amwambie na vae. Mule mambo makbele.
Yes, my family, me vote na me life, me vote na me life. Of course, what a very important talk where I can always like for listen to this particular song. Of course, where Emerson and sing, me vote na me life, me vote na me life. Of course, it's very important that we do, would they listen to musical artists the way at least they put very important messages inside their songs, and especially this particular song, a very meaningful, you vote na your life. Because all the one that they present to we as Sierra Leoneans there now, moving forward, if you don't make that wise decision, you make a decision for whether you vote for. You vote for somebody based on sentiment because all this person so now we all come up from the same village, or now we all come up from the same town, or now all they talk the same language, or as I be in this, as I be in that, so now that make a vote for them. They actually try for vote for somebody because of waiting they're capable of doing, or waiting they don't do already what you don't see. You just vote for somebody because of their sentiments then of course not forget say when that person if that person happen for win that election and take the over leadership, no forget for say if anything go wrong they unbug you life. And so must not say that you want marble, that you want vote where you go vote. Now in your life, now in the determine in which direction where your life get for go, in which direction where everything will get for happen to you, how it get for happen to you. Now that particular thing and I determine that. So now I make a very important family for say when this particular critical decision making time don't come in the life of the life of Sierra Leoneans, that you get for drop all sentiments on the side and vote for who that you feel say go be the best person for able for move the country go before. Because thinking about all the minerals that will get at the country, thinking about all the resources where God don't give we, You know, Sierra Leoneans are supposed to all stay in their country and have money, get means of income, get means of survival. No Sierra Leonean are not supposed to even go abroad. If you just go abroad for vacation, for enjoying safe, if you come back into the country. So now that's not the thing where it's supposed to happen. And so what we try for portraying out therefore is that this election will can on March 7, 2018, now a very critical election, an election where very, very important, and that you get to make sure say you vote for the right person. You not vote on sentiment. You not vote for somebody because you're into na family or because na your friend or because na the same language you na they speak or because na the same side when all come out. No, vote for somebody where you don't say go able to do the job. Or if you don't do similar job before you don't see and that's able for do the job now, right? So these are some of the things that we would encourage Sierra Leoneans then for me to think in this particular direction. Very important. Okay? So anyway, we see in Dallas, Texas, and of course, you know, say we can participate in the SLPP annual mini convention here in Dallas. Of course, this is not the financial backbone of the SLPP as a political party in a salon. So everything what they do now so geared towards how they go able for help SLPP in Sierra Leone for take back power from State House. Now that's it go on. All right. And so let's continue for stick around as we continue for bring you the programs.
Chanten don't come back home. The Kabudu don't grab back. Inside a Kabudu day, the good one and day. And the bad one and back day.
And we all know how we country done there now. If it's sweet, awa. If it's sour, you sabi. Now you hungry know if you dey eat bell full or
right. And so my family this morning we don't talk about the APC and their presidential candidate, Dr. Samura Kamara. We don't talk about them plenty. We don't talk about APC plenty. Of course, within an SLPP convention. So let's talk about SLPP small now. And so SLPP, as you know, then elect then flag bearer aspirants. APC then select two different political parties. They know they work as one. You know. So therefore, let's check on SLPP and see how the young day will go inside Freetown, whether they try for elect the young presidential candidate for the party. Let's see how it went, right?
Just at the St. Anthony's Church, welcome back to JMB Communication Team. His Excellency Retired Brigadier Julius Madabio on his way to the House of Parliament to address SLPP parliamentarians and interested parliamentarians of the Governing All People's Congress. This afternoon is absolutely beyond schedule due to the huge turnout of SLPP members and powerful loyalists, all here to accompany the great man to Parliament, the peace ambassador, the icon of Sierra Leonean democracy, His Excellency Retired Brigadier, is some distance away from here, around St. Anthony's Church, and we are around. We're not climbing the hill. It's been a very wonderful moment here this afternoon. Very, very wonderful. You can see waving white handkerchief symbolizing the peace he has always stood for in the SLPP, in Sierra Leone, and for the globe at large. He's a peaceful man, a non-violent man, a patriot, and above all, a great SLPP loyalist, Retired Brigadier Julius Madabio, on his way to the House of Parliament to address SLPP parliamentarians and the interested parliamentarians of the Governing All People's Congress. Now, let me come back to you, Patrick. Patrick, I need to come back to you. Honestly, it's been a very hectic day for all of us. I want you to tell me in 2 minutes, when last you see this sort of crowd? There are any politician here in Freetown?
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, so what you see live on the screen are just now Madabio where they go now the party office or the convention hall for men go take part in the election. So now the crowd that one day we been cry and go at that time, right? This now matter view now in crowd that one day we been go at that point, and so very very important that we see the kind way then people are go, because you see by the APC then your side all the flag bearer aspirants and inside one boss then puts them security police then they guide them foot to foot. Nobody not can near them boss. Well, inside the SLPP now different thing happen. What we don't see just now just one part the candidates and they go to the party office, the crowd will be there now we see and just now, right? And so now it things that happen inside the SLPP. But anyway, let's continue to see what is next. Right now, SLPP crowd where Mother they go now the convention hall, the kind crowd will be fall around now they see right now on the screen, and you see it been happen for say this kind of thing being go on as well, and then why is the APC then say they try for the presidential candidate, but this now the crowd will be in cargo matter now the party office, and that what they see here exclusively. That's what we are saying right now, right? So that the crowd around the way we can go matter now the party office, very important, So Salon people they really look like say according to that crowd they wouldn't see, and it look like say the Sierra Leoneans are actually yearning for a change of government. But then one for happen through democratically. Not going to happen through other means, they going to happen democratically. So now that's the go on, right? And that's the go on. So the some of them stick around.
Mrs. Rio, dancing on the floor, so the music side to send I go down, like Ibrahim. That today they are going to send it down. They are going to send APC down. We also have Rose. Rose also there. Live, Mrs. Rio, dancing on the floor, so the music side to send I go down, like Ibrahim. That today they are going to send it down. They are going to send APC down. We also have Rose. Rose also there. Live, Mrs. Rio, dancing on the floor, so the music side to send I go down, like Ibrahim. That today they are going to send it down. They are going to send APC down. We also have Rose.
A great deal has been said and written about the notion of putting the country first. I agree wholeheartedly. And as the presidential candidate of the Great O Party, the Sierra Leone People's Party, I challenge any presidential candidate of any other political party to come forward and demonstrate how they have promoted or protected the interests of this country more than I have. Suffice it here to give just 3 notable examples where my actions have exemplified my commitment to putting my country above self. The first time I demonstrated it
All right, and so we found with them right now. We're still there at the convention. Of course, this is the SLPP North America annual mini convention here in ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to Sherrick's Broadcast Network. Of course, we are back online, live. Of course, we're having serious problem with the internet. So, not to what you said now, the internet not the common fine. So, everything what they do now, they kind of slow. You see the broadcast sluggish, and because we do them for Dallas, then disappointment is small, because nobody expects for say, Dallas not go able for provide with good internet connection. We can make able for provide the broadcast owner in a good way. But however, when I be with we as we continue for manage what we get right now, so we continue for Brancam to live. And so me family today na SLPP North American party conference, North American SLPP North American annual mini convention. I then get inside Dallas, Texas, and of course we then also for cover I'm live. And so hopefully you guys are having a blast out there, just watching what we are showing you. And so stick around with me as we continue for bring the program.
Come back home, the kabudu don't grab back. Inside a kabudu day, the good one and day, and the bad one and back day.
And we all know how we country done day now. If it's sweet, awa. If it's sour, you sabi. Now you hungry know if you dey eat bell full or you go sleep hungry. You where you sus, now you go know if you dey born.
We the people and bang for help we safe now. If we vote for good leader, we get love for the country and the people of Salon, we all go better. If we vote man we come for can take, well, he left to me. Now we get for so far.
I know ever vote na me life, I go Ibam this time, I sweat to me life. If I know ever vote na me life, I go vote this time, I sweat to me life. Rank a politician, no they can't ruin me life. Salon too sweet, so I enjoy me life. I am P, they know they can't ruin me life. Salon too sweet, so I enjoy me life. Me voting na me life, me voting na me life. They send me one green vote for two tapa. Me voting na me life, me voting na me life. Send me one green vote for one bad rest. Me voting na me life, me voting na me life. They vote say because we born a McKinney, Me voting na me life, me voting na me life. Say because we born a Kenema.
I want to make a love mama ki ante pa.
Talk to me me kuyeri.
Machi ma continent of us want to mota.
Tell the people me.
Say rasong sa zemba monte batata. Ngate ne sakalom so ta fasu ko korin sit man kita.
Tell we bo me kuyeri.
Kera ka bande amaki e telo from me pedo kom. Ude ke mire makada matimba. Minel munang. I want meet them, I want them, I can't them, such a best them, such a like a matabris, come a cat, a matimba. I want them to me, mamma, such a like a matabris.
Me voting na me life, me voting na me life. Send me one green vote for two tapa. Me voting na me life, me voting na me life. Send me one green vote for one bad rest. Me voting na me life, me voting na me life. They vote say because we born a McKinney, Me voting na me life, me voting na me life. They vote say because we born a Kenema.
We want see changes from the grass to the roots. With manifestos, we get plans for the youth. We tire with the lies, now we stand for the truth. We need chef, we go change the taste of the soup. Why? Wait them read for shape t-shirts and Ashobi for go rally, then go member we. After election and take power, give the power them. When we talk, they for them but we. Then go give we bitter cola for go campaign. Where they win them and the family pop champagne. We no go fetch for no politician again. This time we go land, we no one die campaign. Mind box, I diamond now we land. For pay fee, papa no get dime na in hand. We want more youth, a woman than a power. Parliament, a cabinet, more mommy na power.
Me voting na me life, me voting na me life. Send me one green vote for two tapa. Me voting na me life, me voting na me life. Send me one green vote for one bad rest.
Dimanya muimu kama monyonyo. Sanya penga mule magoma e. Inamile kama kanya nevele ama. Jimi akwe mu malama e. Konele baja sinya mao. Jifa mwambie mubwe kenye yeo. Yena we amwambie na fae. Mule mambo makwe.
Yes, my family, me vote na me life, me vote na me life. Of course, what a very important talk where I can always like for listen to this particular song. Of course, where Emerson and sing, me vote na me life, me vote na me life. Of course, it's very important that we do, we they listen to musical artists the way at least they put very important messages inside their songs, and especially this particular song, a very meaningful, you vote na you life. Because all the one that they present to we as Sierra Leoneans there now, moving forward, if you don't make that wise decision, you make a decision for who you vote for. You vote for somebody based on sentiment because all these posts here so now we all come from the same village, or now we all come from the same town, or now all they talk the same language, or as I be in this, as I be in that, so now that make a vote for them. They actually try for vote for somebody because of waiting they're capable of doing, or waiting they don't do already what you don't see. You just vote for somebody because of their sentiments then of course not forget say when that person if that person they happen for win that election and take the over leadership, no forget for say if anything go wrong they unbug you life. And so must not say that you want marble, that you want vote where you go vote. Now in your life, now in determine in which direction where your life get for go, in which direction where everything will get for happen to you. All right, so my family will get for apologize to una small because it look like now a repetition of the video with the bring come to una. So we get for now continue with the subsequent videos them. So you go able to see exactly waiting at some of the interviews then we give to people them, SLPP members them, from around the globe we converge on Dallas, Texas for the SLPP annual mini convention will take place there over the weekend. And so our apology for that once more. Of course, this is Sherrick's Broadcast Network. We come to una live from studio number 8, of course, Houston, Texas. But now we go back to Dallas, Texas. Stick around with us. All right, and so we found with them right now. We're still there at the convention. Of course, this is the SLPP North America annual mini convention here in Big D, Dallas. Of course, as you know, this is now one of the financial backbones of the SLPP, and now waiting make they don't get an eye. They are here because they get for, put together strategies then for able for help the party for take over the reins of governance in the country. Of course, inside the studio with me now we own brother Chris Newman. Of course, na man we don't serve in different parastatals. Na Sierra Leone, of course, it based in the United Kingdom. A travel within family for Canada's convention purposely for make you go see within they go on there and able for join with strategies there. And so welcome, Mr. Newman. Welcome to the United States.
Yeah, welcome very much, sir. Yeah, thank you very much, sir.
That's good, that's good. Now, we're very glad for you now. Yeah, and so you know a person where you don't work now, different spheres in the country. Last week, now be a very historical day in, last weekend, historical weekend in Sierra Leone. You see the APC, the SLPP, then select and elect then presidential candidates then respectively. Now, say SLPP in a party way they be formed on the basis of democracy. And so a democratic person. When you see a political party like the APC, few people that they just gather, then go select somebody on behalf of everybody else. What you take on that?
As far as we're concerned, when it comes to SLPP, you said don't talk about the most democratic parties and the oldest party is Sierra Leone for today. We believe in election, we don't believe in selection.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to APC, that's not the same old APC. They don't believe in anything democratic anyway. They always like for bulldoze and way for do anything so that they'll get what they want. But we as a SLPP, we believe we get a democratic system, and that democratic system, we the follow them.
Right.
And as you can see what happened inside Freetown when the election took place, it was transparent. When they all over AYV radio throughout the whole world, everybody see what happened. So there was nothing hidden, and the man will win. Everybody say he win a genuine and a free and fair election. So that's a big difference between when it comes to talk about the APC and the SLPP when it comes to the democratic system.
Right, there are two different political parties or different things there. And so let's talk about the fact saying this man wouldn't select under the APC. Now possibly be done there around Sierra Leone money business for a long time. And Sierra Leone continues to be one of the poorest countries in the world. So which kind of justification way we were able to forget for say somebody like that one they will be done there around with money and still we are poor? Which justification we go get for say it go able for turn things there around for let's alone actually develop?
Yeah, this is my own personal opinion about the selection of that gentleman. Anyway, I'm not ever meet him personally anyway. But as far as I'm concerned, APC, I can tell you say one of the biggest mistakes in life they'll ever make.
Yes.
Because there is no way they could tell you say that man is a virgin. That's not a virgin. That man has been in the political field for quite a while, for a very long time. Even up to NPRC time, he was in politics. Alright? And this man has been a finance minister, and delegate today inside Sierra Leone when they talk about a very, 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 very bad, when I say bad, a very, very bad, how you call it, the money, when we talk about the economy presently in Sierra Leone, it's very bad. And instead of down there, a few days ago, in the television, they talk about roads, how much will they spend for just a kilometer of road,
I know,
and how
right?
much it cost, each and every Sierra Leonean. This is a man actually where APC decides that they bring him to we. For let it can be, well, obviously, we know say no matter what happens, whether it be good or bad candidates for put, we know say as far as we're concerned, this time round, inside SLPP now time, and we're going to governance. And as far as we're concerned, the retired Brigadier Julius Madabio would definitely take with the State House this time around. And that's not going to stop down there. And we're not going to take anything apart from winning. I'm telling you, and we are determined for that.
Right. And so, my family, just for letting them know, people that wake you always talk say, APC, SLPP from 1961 to now, they don't do nothing for the country. Now, you don't see last weekend actually see the actual difference between these two political parties. That one a dictatorship and the other one a democracy. And so, Mr. Newman, coming back to you, Inside the SLPP, there had been this internal disunity all along, feds, confusion, disrespect of elders. But then in the past 2 weeks, everything not just changed. I mean, from the Kenema Convention. So you feel say this girl for whole watate until election?
Well, let me tell you about politics anyway. Right. From your ideas, what I get. Politics is just the same.
Right.
Wherever you go to the world, man, say politics is just the same. And when they fight for leadership, wherever they fight for leadership, there is always an infighting. I mean, there are always favorism. There are other people waiting on the other side, other people on this other side. But guess what? After the whole process done, you realize, say, I mean, we all get now one person we need. But before they started at 11, later they come down to 5, and the 5 they went to the election. Guess what? The man where at least God said go win, 9 win.
Right.
And for me, as far as me concerned, I don't feel there is anything really as SLPP members, we get for do any more again because leadership contest is not over. Now we need for rally behind SLPP and the leader we don't choose so that we get the 2018 election.
Well, so man can talk say SLPP will become easily complacent. Now, looking at the voter registration numbers, then we get more people than at the northwestern, western area, and north we register past the southeast. Okay. So how we go able for play into that?
Well, let me tell you one thing. In fact, when we talk about APC as a whole, me personally, what's my plan? Why they come here, they go for it, they go McKinney at the slip day. You look at them say APC and McKinney, but a big joke. You understand?
Right.
When election come, you will see SLPP was found from the north. You understand? So obviously we tell you say whatever way they want to manipulate the election this time around, you're not going to work. Because the McKinney with the Habopan, I can tell you say we get forget most of the with the split hand. You understand? If possible, they take more of McKinney and they have more of the north than they have this time around. Because guess what? What did they do the last time and this time around? We don't get for alarm. This time at a different time this wire. So we get for make sure say what's happened, history not going to repeat itself anymore again. And we are determined.
So since you know man way you follow up on politics in Sierra Leone, especially within the SLPP, the other major decision where the SLPP get for taking now would that get for be the running mate to Julius Madabio. Okay. You get any wind of it? Which are the names that way they float around right now?
Well, the names they float around plenty. These are my own ideas actually. Right. What I get. So the names they float around, one Alpha Timbo, the second one Alpha Uri. Then somebody really talk to me about John Obunjo Benjamin. But we tell and say, as far as me concerned, we cannot get a flag bearer from the southeast, and then we get the running mate from the southeast. I say we forget regional balance.
Right.
That tell you say SLPP we not to main man party.
But APC they not doing so.
Well, that of course we all know about APC how they're undemocratic. They're not democratic at all. They're so undemocratic. We know that.
Right, definitely. Yes. Right.
Or maybe you might not know because you're a journalist, but I'm sure you.
But what's at the point for able for bring the presidential candidate and the running mate together from the same place?
I don't think it makes sense at all because we forget. As I say, we need a regional balance. Right. The regional balance, what we need is we need somebody from the north as well again.
Right.
Because you know what, SLPP not only Southeast Party. We know say when it comes to SLPP as a whole, if you look at the Yankama government, you tell me the power, you look at the ministerial position then, you will see how it wants. Right. More from the north. You understand?
Right.
If you look at the present man where the world don't get us flag bearer, you look at the informal cabinet within 3 months where you rule, you finally say you will have it get more than northern inside in cabinet as well again. So we, as far as we're concerned, we are looking at the man where we don't elect, like a very, very intelligent man. And I'm not with no politics. It knows what they do.
Right.
So as far as me concerned, me personally, my opinion, I go talk to them, let it reconsider, let it make sure it gets somebody from the north.
Okay.
You understand? So we get a regional balance.
Right.
The last time said the same thing you do. Don't get to Kadisi say, we do a double one. You get gender balance, and then it gets the regional balance as well again. So this time around as well, I'm sure it will look. Now we're very clever. It know politics very well. People look at them, they underestimate them, but not underestimate somebody because they're quiet. I mean, you understand?
Yes.
So that's not your perception. So I feel say it will make a very good combination if we get a running mate from the southeast.
And so, my family, this now, Brother Chris Numa. Of course, Brother Chris, you go tell which are some areas that will say you work in Sierra Leone, so people they know say you're not a stranger. You know.
Well, first of all, when I done school, when I done college, the first time I work in the police. I worked at the Sierra Leone police for 11 good years. The first time I worked at the special branch, at the Secret Service. I worked at the Secret Service for 4 years. After the 4 years, I probably moved me, bring me kind of the CID. So all my balance, 7 years at the CID at one. So I investigated a lot of cases. I don't go on to Canada because I take oath, because I work in the forgery and fraud. We obviously now they call it economic crime. Then I investigate a lot of sensitive cases on I mean, treason, murder, and so on and so forth. But as I say, I take oath, and I know we talk anyway.
Right.
But I work in all my life where I work in police, and I mean, I say police I work.
Right. Well, family, this is not Chris Newman. Of course, he traveled all the way from the United Kingdom. Of course, for family waiting at the UK, brother is down here, of course, having fun with us in Dallas. Of course, the SLPP NA convention is about to wrap up for today, but later we'll get for Kandon also for a ball tonight. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank
Appreciate
you very much, Mr. Washington. I mean, it's nice to meet you. I mean,
Right.
It's a pleasure for giving me the opportunity for that talk.
No problem.
The last talk I will talk for Fambolem. Fambolem, this is an opportunity we don't get. We as an SLPP members then, I believe say we get the obligations for let we all rally behind the person who elect this time around for let we make sure say we become successful, let we go to State House. We get a responsibility. As I talk to as I don't talk now, so na Texas na Dallas I don't talk to the delegate. They don't tell us say we're not a member but delegate but leadership anymore again. Now we think of how we go inside State House 2018, and we believe say nothing enough for stop we because what you know we get the power and at least unity. Now the most important thing presently we all for work towards, and now we all can hire for, and I believe say we don't achieve them. And thank God the National Secretary Assembly now with we he said preach the same thing. Where I talk to the delegate them. So the family them, thank you very much. I mean, please let all work together. Let we make sure so we're gonna State House 2018. Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, brother Chris Juma, welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Of the National Electoral Commission. In recent political narratives, a great deal has been said and written about the notion of putting the country first. I agree wholeheartedly. And as the presidential candidate of the great old party, the Sierra Leone People's Party, I challenge any presidential candidate of any other political party to come forward and demonstrate how they...
All right, my family, right with me inside the studio right now, a former flag bearer aspirant inside the SLPP, and of course, former chairman of SLPP Washington, D.C. chapter, the largest chapter of SLPP in North America. Of course, now what they call ASCIA, now the name that one they were popular. But of course, my man officially now then also with we, of course, in Dallas for this annual mini convention, and so we get the opportunity for talk to him. And so, brother Askia, welcome to Sherrick's Broadcast Network, and of course, a delight to one of the brains then. I mean, you don't know for say you they inspire some of we for do them kind of so they do because we don't see say they talk, and so. What thing you go say about a day like this after we SLPP don't demonstrate to the whole world for say it is a democratic party wherein the flag bearer, the presidential candidate was elected, position where you don't run for before, whereas the incumbent political party don't select them own. So now this is the financial backbone of the party here in America, and you are here. What can you say about what is happening to the SLPP and to Sierra Leone?
Wow. That's a very broad question.
Right.
And as a student of history, I always want to tackle such questions from a historical perspective because they say the use of history is to know the present hour and its duties. That you can only understand what is happening today if you have a knowledge of what had happened in the past. The SLPP at its foundational level has always been democratic. Within its body politic, it has always been democratic. And even when we set up to create chapters in North America outside of Sierra Leone, we have encouraged a democratic process. I started in this region as a regional organizing secretary. I was fundamental to work with Chairman Magao, Chairman Spako Saidu, and a couple of others to diversify the spread of this particular party in North America.
Right.
Moving forward, I was one of 3 people who represented North America to campaign for Paberewa in 2007. I was at that particular crucial and decisive moment in the history of the SLPP. And that was the time when I first came closer to my brother, Julius Madabio.
Right.
Fast forward, I came back to Washington, D.C. I was the one who was able to move Washington, D.C. chapter from 8 members to 250 members. The population that with the Washington, D.C. chapter is expressing out today was because of the work that I did. I saw a long-term vision. I established a long-term vision. When I decided to join the race in Sierra Leone, I wanted to understand the political process. I wanted to understand the political process. And when I participated in that process, I saw that it was a legitimate process. Out of that process, our brother, retired Brigadier Julius Madabio Amaend. That was why when his victory was declared on that evening, even though all of the flag bearers left, I stood there to recognize it. I honor him, right? Because number one, he participated in the process. We agreed the way the process was going, and he came out victorious in the process, despite all the odds that were against him. So somebody has to make sure that that is recognized. And coming from America, I have to exude and exhibit that democratic character. Now, coming forward to this particular time, when I came back in 2013, a couple of friends called me and said, "Howdy, Grom?" And I told them, if that election is held again today, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, I say, retired Brigadier Madabio is going to win. And why did I put that analysis into perspective? Because of the groundwork he has done. Right. There is a system in our party. Our party has grassroots operational development that leads up to the national level. Right. From the zonal to the national. If you are not part of the flight that took place at the zonal level, you can never be part of the flight that comes up at the national level. Right. And so the outcome of this election, to me, was a far-gone conclusion. Right. Why am I here now? And what I am seeing, I'm so happy about it. I am here because I want us now to all come around and collaborate out of empathy for our nation behind the retired brigadier so that we can move forward. Right. And what I see here today, and what I've heard people say, and what we all are doing, all the talents that we are bringing together, my brother, is going to make this a success. We are not afraid anymore. Right. This is our election to win. Right. This is our election to win. Right? There is no reason we can continue to fight within ourselves and allow the APC to infiltrate our rank so that they can subdue us and make us stagnant when in fact there's a mission ahead of us. Right. We are going to State House and we are going to transform Sierra Leone under the leadership of retired Brigadier Julius Madabio.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, now we on brother this is Askia the Great. Of course, former chairman of SLPP Washington DC chapter and former flag bearer Aspia, we run together with Julius Madabio. But just like I don't talk, he accept the people's will. And so one for tell you plenty thank you. We'll get for continue for talk now. So tonight we'll come back, we'll get for talk more. All because we'll find the day around the world, the one for see what they happen. Thank you so much, big brother.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro, for the good work you're doing. And yes. One country, one people. One people, one country. Madabio, the way forward.
I love that. Thank you so much, big brother. All right. And so we family and the team that one day we go on. That's the spirit right here in Dallas, Texas. And of course, so we'll get for try for talk to more people.
Independence of the National Electoral Commission. In recent political narratives, a great deal has been said and written about the notion of putting the country first. I agree wholeheartedly. And as the presidential candidate of the great old party, the Sierra Leone People's Party, I challenge any presidential candidate of any other political party to come forward and demonstrate how they have promoted or protected the interest of this country more than I have. Suffice it here to give just 3 notable examples where my actions have exemplified my commitment to putting my country above self. The first time I demonstrated this was when I willingly interest of this country. No law for country can be greater than subjecting one's life to the defense of one's country against external aggression. I believe today I am the only presidential candidate for the 2018 elections with a proud record of military service when I defended this nation from the armed attack by the Revolutionary United from Lagos. that we are aided and abated by.
All right, and so me fam with them in the studio now. I get no other person but Mr. Abu Badi. Of course, Abubakar Badi, actually, that's the name. He's from Houston, SLPP member. And not only SLPP member, but one of the young folks. Looking at him, he's very young. He go na salon for go run for parliamentary seat. And so we're going to talk to him right now for me to tell we who side they go aspire, waiting spur into action and waiting at the way forward. So Mr. Badi, welcome to Sheriff's Broadcast Network.
Thank you.
So if I can ask you, waiting spur you into this action? Why you want for run?
Well, first of all, I feel happy. Also, I find myself when at the SLPP party.
Right.
Now, one of the great parties so far we think of in the history of Australia. And not only the party line and they think about the country.
Right.
Now I even go inside SLPP because SLPP they think about the people. And the people that when they cry in Australia, one tell them say, we are ready. When they cry, when they answer they call. They cry when they cry because the things that when they go through, the lack of education, people and the struggle day for day, the grassroots they don't even know which direction we them for go in terms of employment, and also there are certain things there where they disturb everybody in the country, where the current government when they look into. So with SLPP leadership, I know for say we'll be able to change things around for them.
Right. So now which constituency they go snap?
They run for Cambia District, constituency 57.
Okay.
Where entails Brahma Chiefdom, Konmara Chiefdom, Billet Dixon Chiefdom.
Okay.
Yes.
And so the person where they run, where na the parliamentarian right now na that constituency, they you feel say you able for beat them?
Well, first of all, the constituency for the past 5 years, they lack representation.
Okay.
And the people then they know they feel say the government they listen to them. And the only reason why the government know they listen to them, the person where they represent them, they know they show any kind of leadership.
Okay.
And they need somebody when a leader for go deliver the message to them, to the government, and the government in turn give the message for the people there, so that the people they know for say, you know what? Waiting we get now with constituency, or the person who they represent in our constituency able to represent the way we want to represent we. Because
so the person open that door more for we small. So the person way they run, the person where they run, where they at the place now where they represent now SLPP or now APC?
Now APC.
Now APC. So let me ask you this question. So the time when you don't decide say you want to go aspire to this position, now the people them come together, they talk to you, or now you self no more say I want one.
Well, in anything, so first of all, now the people now the people both the youth, the old, the young, the women, men, everybody, they already then complain. Already they cry when they cry.
Right.
They say we need somebody for answer we call. We need somebody for go deliver a message. We need somebody who for make sure say we get good representation in the parliament.
Right.
And that person they not get So why I read that message there? That's okay. I go answer on a call.
Right.
And while the answer on a call, you know, under the SLPP leadership, I the answer on a call under that party day.
So you communicate with them, you know, they know say you go, you get for go round.
Daily basis.
Okay.
Every day, every hour.
All right.
Yeah, they know for say are there. I know for say then they under, and they're ready for receive me, welcome me any day. And they're ready for welcome SLPP. As a matter of fact, down in SLPP, one of the strongest all, not.
So other person they when SLPP person where they vie for you for the same position?
Yes.
So what's in your confidence level say you go get the symbol?
What my confidence level say?
You will get the symbol for all.
Because I'm ready for work. You know, somebody where ready, I get the energy for put inside this project here.
Right.
So that energy what they put inside, the people are also energized through the energy what they use, so that they know for say I will be the best person for go represent them than any other candidate.
All right, so me from with this now, Mr. Abubakar Badi, of course, the SLPP member. They go contest for constituency 57 at Cambia District. And of course, the die-hard SLPP member. So if you're out there, you listen, this is a young man. You don't see him, he's very much energetic, interested, and you want for do him. We want to tell you plenty. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr.
Of course, so me family then that's now the thing where we try for promoting the SLPP. We get young people then where they rise up. They want to do something. Of course, my co-host is here, and that's Anne-Marie. You know, yes, Anne-Marie. You don't come back now, so therefore continue. And of course, you kind of look tired. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just overwhelmed and tired.
Right, yes. But we continue for talk about SLPP business. We don't go eat, we are fine now. So make I come back to you small. You know, we get this group of SLPP members that all been gets, but suddenly they don't decide, say, they're not, then they move along now. They don't go from this national grand coalition. When you can they pass as an SLPP person, your heart can hang for say this national grand coalition probably go take away votes then from we SLPP?
Well, yeah, my own take on this is the fact that first of all in politics, you know, they underrate, and then one thing about politics, it's addition. There's nothing like subtraction in winning an election. In as much as they don't take the choice, I'm not go say okay, I'm scared because they are gone and we are left with no option. No, because we gotta fight the fight and make sure we win 2018 election. But notwithstanding that, they might have gone, but we still have a role to play. And some of us will stay, go use that opportunity and try for see how best we go try for to negotiate with people and let them reason out, you know. But for tell you say they will not make an impact, that is like bragging. And in politics you don't brag because you bring it in, you don't let go. So, but it is their choice to make, and which we don't have to question. But at the same time, we did try for admonish and try for see how best we can see about bringing them those where we were able bring back, and if we can, then we face the battle 2018.
And so, when the president announced the Dr. Samura Kamara again, we don't talk about them plenty, and we'll therefore continue for talk about them. We see plenty APC people that don't become disgruntled, discouraged. And so if women and they among the one that we don't feel discouraged and then say they don't want for dinner APC no more, what's your message to them?
Well, this is not about only, in fact, when it comes to for me, I'm not looking from a perspective where they just elect Samura, as a woman, I believe, say, with the, like, me own party open up to women. Me own party, they give, I begin politics, who don't know me, no say, I begin at small and through SLPP. And I can give that recommendation to Mother BO, of course, and the person on the way show me politics, that I would say from 2010 to now. So then they open room to women, which I know APC doesn't. So even if they don't choose Alpha Khan or they choose, what's that name? What's his name, Seth? God for. Victor Fo.
Oh, Victor Fo. Victor Fo, right.
Even if them choose them, it's still gonna remain the same. You know what? Because they don't get a level playing field for women. Not only SLPP. Let's go back from 2000 to 2004, where SLPP come out power. They see active women them taking the role in politics. Zana Bangura, where they so political icon. I respect her because I like women the way they push themselves before. But it's Tatam. Would I know I'm doing SLPP term? It gets a level playing field. Nobody even know say she was SLPP because they even portray about APC business about because we give them SLPP give them the power. Like we open that how you call the program good governance. She was in charge of it, and Miss French and others. They work hard. It's only in SLPP, and I tell you what, from SLPP, I don't love that country, but I'll tell you since SLPP left, I'm pretty sure.
But plenty people that you talk say they do a big mistake because if not be SLPP been there, if I don't get a level playing field for able for can participate. But when you did inside APC, you're not woman, you left a good job na UN that you cannot APC. We all be no say not to get them. I mean, what can you say to Zainab?
That's one I will kind of be a little bit You see, politics, me and one person will not believe in defining politics for somebody. And not they define who side you're supposed to belong. Now, in choice we make, you know, maybe.
But this is a political party where they not get belief in giving positions to women.
Yeah, that is true. But if she want to be at the back door, even though academically she's inclined, and when you go to the social world in terms of like policies, she's in there. But if she want to take the back seat in politics, then let her stay in APC.
Right.
So the best choice for her is to come to SLP if she want to be on the forefront. Like I can tell anybody say, above me age, below me age, within my age, if you want to really grow into politics, honestly, come to SLPP because we they groom people. Right. You know, we believe in grooming people, especially women. You know, we get a soft spot for women. Okay. So, except if she want to stay at the back. She might don't go how you call it, UN, don't make policies. But politics, there's a difference within them. When you want to be a politician, although, yeah, we can say she's accomplished to some extent, but really, like being in that leadership, like being in control, what you want to do, like a woman, I'm not say it will get that rule in the APC.
No,
not
she
today,
has to.
not tomorrow, she has to,
So Zainab, whosoever you day, this now you small one and they talk to you. If we know say you're not a political genius, you are very intellectual, you're very intelligent. Whosoever you day, the only side who say you get hope for able for rise up now SLPP. So we wait for that announcement. We are waiting for it right now, right? While you make that announcement.
I admire so much. I tell you what, because I know for way like me auntie na a best friend to him. So like I know him, where be the national insurance company to the point where he rise, I get tremendous respect for him. And I tell you what, if not be SLPP be there, Zainab for don't day to the
if it don't be a big time challenger,
to
even matter
she's
right.
Yeah, she's hardworking.
Well, yes, so my family we still in Dallas, of course. We don't know where they go on now. I don't know. You get any idea where they go on now? Now dinner people that they eat now. What is going on? We don't see plates on the table and what's going on.
Kind of the roundup because we just don't do some amendments on the constitution, which we're gonna do tomorrow because of course we have a lot of clauses and articles that we need for be amended. But right now, time we get a dinner with. We're having our fundraising tonight, so at least we don't want to get people overwhelmed. So now then they eat, and after which people can go back to their hotel and homes, and then get ready by 10 o'clock, let's say from 8 o'clock to 9, they can come back and then we can start the fundraising.
All right, so my family we get for continuing for providing the coverage tonight again. Well, they can't close down now at least, but then we'll go prepare, we say for come back at night for continuing for give the coverage. So stick around with us.
Independence of the National Electoral Commission. In recent political narratives, a great deal has been said and written about the notion of putting the country first. I agree wholeheartedly. And as the presidential candidate of the great old party, the Sierra Leone People's Party, I challenge any presidential candidate of any other political party to come forward and demonstrate how they have promoted or protected the interests of this country more than I have. Suffice it here to give just 3 notable examples where my actions have exemplified my commitment to putting my country above self. The first time I demonstrated this was when I willingly submerged my personal ambition in favor of protecting the paramount interest of this country. No law for country can be greater than subjecting one's life to the defense of one's country against external aggression. I believe today I am the only presidential candidate for the 2018 elections with a proud record of military service when I defended this nation from the armed attack by the Revolutionary United Front rebels that were aided and abated by the external forces.
All right, okay, so me family them na the SLPP North American annual mini convention will take place in Dallas, Texas. Of course, over the weekend, na a recorded video will bring come to una. Of course, it was a very successful event out there. SLPP members, especially stakeholders, traveled from Freetown, especially the National Secretary General that was elected just last week, Mr. Umaru Kuroma, what he called Napoleon, he was there. And of course, we've been getting Chris Newman from the United Kingdom, when I've been an investigation police officer in Sierra Leone for so many years, he was there as well. And plenty dignitaries from around the globe, they were all there, right there in Big D, Dallas. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it looked like, say, all the feds that over there inside the SLPP done now, because any side with SLPP members, they meet up now. Now, gladdy day, peace, unity, and everything. And you see, some of we understand that, for say, this kind of thing will happen, because when people lose in election, especially the kind of elections where it can take place in Sierra Leone, where people then can lose by them kind of elections, then everybody they become emotional, everybody they get one mad. And so now that's been going on inside SLPP, even though it take that long. And what it make it take long now, because the one that will not be the leaders, the National Executive Council of the party, then self not be they do well for able for bring all man together. So the emotion, the sentiments then begin for go too far. And so after the convention in Kenema, now all man begin for come back together. And so SLPP would see now in a whole different limelight, and they are very poised to take over the reins of governance for go back in the State House come March 7, 2018, and that would see for say again for happen. And so me family them want for tell una plenty thank you. We know we get plenty people that will come on board today. Some people then give comments. And so let's see if we go able for go over some of them comments there. We get Medk, we say the candid advice to any registered voter, please vote in SLPP for standard of living, quality education, for accountability and transparency, for sustainable development, above all, for a better country, for the benefit of our country. Right? And Medk say back, he said APC is not a democratic party, instead an autocratic party, and if we go by the type of leadership, they select their presidential candidate by using the automatic type of leadership, and we all the functions of an autocratic leadership style. Junior Kuyate say APC is actually oligarchy. I know, right? My name, I know, right? Oligarchy. Okay, Medke say Dr. Samura is a big failure, and he used his failed doctorate to devalue our currency, brought an austerity measure in our country, brought massive suffering in our country, right? And then Mamadou Aliou Jallo say APC and SLPP are a fiasco in Sierra Leone politics and development. KKY is the only one with the credibility to deliver the badly needed change in Sierra Leone. Wow. And of course, Junior Kuyate come back, he say, what has KKY done over the years, or may I say decades? He has worked on behalf of Sierra Leone and Africa to help the poorest of the poor in our country. And we'll get that Junior Kuyate. Faymata Safa say, one people, one country, one country, one people. SLPP all the way out, all the way forward, and power to the people. All right, so my family, I want for tell you plenty thank you. Now, so we'll get for end with broadcast today. The one that all the way come, we join with tonight. One for tell you plenty thank you. We'll get for continue for the broadcast. And one for make this clear again, because we don't talk before inside this broadcast, we'll talk again. We don't want to let people then continue for talk say, oh, this broadcast network now SLPP. No, this broadcast network is open to all Sierra Leoneans, all political parties. If you're in APC, you get a program where you want for level cover, reach out to we'll go cover them. NGC, the National Grand Coalition, reach out to we'll do it. The Coalition for Change, when I see for C, the ADP, PDP, SOBE, UNPP, all political parties in Sierra Leone. The one that we reach out to we will cover and show. SLPP, they exclusively reach out to we, and that's why we were in Dallas. We covered the show exclusively. You can either call me or you can call Anne-Marie Williams. Now we do the operate right now. So, but I want to tell you plenty thank you for everything. And let us stop the pull down syndrome. Let us stop for the pull ourselves down, tear each other apart. We have to love ourselves before we country go before. If we not let we save salon no go ever go before. You know, if you don't hear something about somebody, instead of you go back by it and call and first let una talk, like you get your own side of the story. But all that talk if I stop, this not backward mentality. All right. So my family, I want for tell una plenty thank you, and of course this time we'll go end out with some music. All right. Stick around with us.
Ache, Adebego, these days, stop talking. Some people talk too much. Il parle trop. You talk too much. Beaucoup. Achu yandi nong achu selalang alamawela. Ita bonang inde a andalang. Ita bagolang naniyo. Ide talk ide lie ho. People talk ho. Them lie ho. Ide talk ho. Ide lie ho. People talk ho. Them lie ho. Achu yandi nong achu selalang alamawela. Ita bonang inde a andalang. Ita bagolang nani. Achu yandi nong achu selalang alamawela. Ita bonang inde a andalang. Ita bagolang nani yo. Kori bako fampo unduko hendoko. Koriyo ita unduko hendoma. Koriyo iko nade gayal data. Koriyo kono nonko fallama. Koriyo ino nonko virtama. Koriyo wote no hutima. Koriyo sabu unduko bonana ma. Koriyo ma. Ide talk ho. Ide lie ho. People talk ho. Them lie ho. Ide talk ho. Ide lie ho. People talk ho. Them lie ho. Fenande lanche sare. Fenande adda yaure. Fenande wadda yimbe. Fenande no wonde hersa. Fenande lanche sare. Fenande adda yaure. Fenande wadda yimbe yandio. Koriacho, I see your body moving, left and right talking. I see your mouth open, talking nonsense. Stop talking about me, stop talking by me. You don't even know me. Shame on you. Ide talk ho, ide lie ho. If I catch you, I'll slap them lie ho. If I catch you, ide talk ho, ide lie ho. People talk ho, I'll slap them lie ho. I see your body moving, left and right talking. I see your mouth open, talking nonsense. I heard you talking about me, nobody's listening. I see you keep lying, nobody's listening. Stop talking about me, stop talking by me. You don't even know me. Shame on you. Il est temps, oh, il est là, ah bon. Il est temps, oh, il est là, ah bon. Pas à, sur ce son-là, on y va tous, sur ce pas-là. Pas à, sur ce son-là, on y va tous, c'est du bon ça. Les photocos,